Today, for lesson 28, we're going to talk about angles. In mathematics, a plane is a flat surface such as a tabletop or a sheet of paper. When two lines are drawn in the same plane, they will either cross at one point or they will not cross at all. When lines do not cross but stay the same distance apart, we say that the lines are parallel. So looking here, I have two parallel lines right there. When lines cross, we say that they intersect. So these two are both have intersecting lines. Okay? The lines are intersecting. When they intersect and make square angles, we call these lines perpendicular, such as this one. Notice they're making right angles on all four corners, 90-degree angles. Okay? So they cross and make perfect square angles. When they intersect, it's going to be perpendicular. If lines intersect at a point but are not perpendicular, then the lines are oblique, such as the one on the bottom. So we have parallel lines that are never going to touch. Okay? And then we have two types of intersecting lines. We have perpendicular lines that intersect at 90-degree angles. And we have oblique lines that are just any other intersecting line that's not perpendicular. Where lines intersect, angles are formed. Okay. I have a few angles on the board here. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is where the two lines meet here. Okay. Now, since these are angles, they're all going to have arrows on them because these can go on forever and it's not going to matter. Okay. But this point where these two rays intersect, they're rays because we have an endpoint, they go to an arrow, okay, they go on forever. Where they intersect, we're going to call that point the vertex. Okay. The vertex of the angle is just where the two rays intersect. Okay. This first angle in the top left, it's called an acute angle. It is less than 90 degrees. A good way to remember that it's acute is it's acute and little. Acute and little angle is going to be acute. The one on the top right is going to be obtuse. Okay? It's greater than 90 degrees. Okay? It's big. When we say obtuse, we kind of think of it obtuse. It sounds big. So obtuse is big, acute is cute and little. Okay? Bigger than 90, less than 90. Okay? A 90-degree angle, such as one in the bottom left, is going to be called a right angle. So we have two rays that are intersecting to form an angle that's exactly 90 degrees. Some ways to name angles. If I just have a vertex labeled, like in the top left there on the acute angle, I can just name it angle B. Okay? Notice my angle sign. Okay? Some people make a triangle and think that's the angle sign. That is a triangle sign. Okay? It's not that. It's like a little goofy looking L and then your letter. So if we just have one angle, we can label it by its vertex. Okay? Some other ways to label this, say this is point A, this is point C. I could call it angle ABC, so that my vertex is in the middle. I could also label angle CBA, making sure my vertex is in the middle. Sometimes you'll see when we have two angles together that they're labeled with numbers. Okay, we have angle 1, angle 2. So, a couple different ways to label angles. We can either label it by its vertex. If there's only one angle, we can angle it by 3 points of the angle, making sure our vertex is in the middle, and we also have numbers. We have acute angles, which are acute and little, obtuse angles, which are obtuse and big. We have right angles that are 90 degrees. So let's get into some examples. Letter A says name the acute angle in this figure. Remember, acute is acute and little. In this case, we can't just say it's angle M because there's two different angle M's. There's this one and there's this one. So we cannot label it angle M. Okay? The angle, notice this one's acute and little one. So I'm going to say it's angle Q, M, R. My vertex is in the middle. Okay? That's all you have to do to label it. Letter B says name the obtuse angle, so we're going to do the big one. Okay? I'm going to label it angle RMS. RMS. My vertex is in the middle. Now, another way to write each of these is switch the two outside ones around. Okay? It's the same thing. My vertex is in the middle. I'm still using those other 2 points. Next example says, in this figure, angle D is a right angle. Notice they marked it with that little box saying it's a right angle. It's 90 degrees. Letter A asks, which other angle is a right angle? Well, almost always for right angles, they're going to mark it with that little box, like they did for angle D. Well, I look, angle C has a little box, so it has to be a right angle. So I'm going to label it angle C. Now, I could label it angle DCB or BCA, but since there's only one angle C, I'm just going to do the quick way and label it angle C. Letter B says which angle is acute. Remember, acute and little is acute. Well, notice angle A here is less than 90. Angle B is bigger than 90. Because 90 would be right there. So angle A is going to be our acute little one. And we look at it, letter C says which angle is obtuse. That's going to be our big one, angle B. Okay? So we had angle A was acute, angle B is obtuse, angle C and D are both right angles. Go ahead and do the practice set. You may skip letter A. Notice I don't have it up here. So skip letter A, do the practice set. For class, we'll go through it and answer any questions you may have. There is the rest of the practice set. For those of you that are doing it off of the video and not in your books. Remember, the practice sets are in your books if you have them. Sometimes it's easier just to use those.